Diddy Gate continues here on Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. Welcome to the show. Rolling Stone just dropped a new exclusive Bad Boy for Life. Indeed. I don't like Rolling Stone, as I was saying in our live. If you missed the beginning of our live, we have a lot of other stuff we talked about. Always can become a member here and watch the full shows. But I want to get to the main topic, which was talking about this Rolling Stone article. We also watched a quick clip from one of Diddy's old colleagues, another hip-hop mogul himself, Damon Dash, expressing disappointment in Diddy following
very disappointing to see that from someone that, again, I consider my peer. Someone that, you know, I've always, because we're the brotherhood of hip hop, showed a certain degree of respect. But, you know, you can't unsee that. And it's really a shame. And what I think when I see that, number one, I got daughters.
Yeah.
So, you know, if that were something I were to see happening to my daughter, you know, plus he's dead. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And again, I go do the time, or I try to figure out how not to have to go do the time, but I don't think I could handle watching another man or any man touching or doing any kind of violence to my daughter.
Thanks.
And, you know, when I saw the apology, what I wondered is he has daughters. If I were to ask him a question, it would be, what would you do if you saw a dude do that to your daughters? What should that person's punishment be? Because that's what yours should be.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, that is spot on. And Damon was part of Rockefeller Jay-Z's record label. They don't get along as much some more, but still, this is another big name in the community that's now coming forward and name this out. And more have come forward in this new article. Now, again, I don't like Rolling Stone because they do a lot of these hit pieces behind paywalls. It always frustrates me. But in this instance, they do seem to have some right-on points. And it's easy to pile on now with Diddy, given that what we've seen and what he's lied about. I just don't feel as bad. But Rolling Stone as an outlet, traditionally, and you can look it up on the channel, go look up the Rolling Stone Popcorn Planet video. They have tried to destroy Johnny Depp multiple times. And I do believe they're in cahoots with some other big-name budget people that are out there were trying to destroy him, and they try to destroy others as well. And I just don't like it. So take that as you will. I thought, let's go through this Rolling Stone hit piece at Diddy, because in this instance, I do think there's some truth. And I want to specifically focus on this beginning part, because I didn't realize this. Back in 2022, during June's BET Awards, he received this Lifetime Achievement Award. Sean Diddy Combs was elated. Yeah. In fact, I have it right here. Oh, I have it right here. Here he is.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Now, again, usually these types of awards, like the BET Lifetime Achievement Award presented by Coke, it's usually a paid award. It's you either buy it or you're there to like get the attention. And I can't imagine Diddy didn't get paid to receive this honor, to show up at the awards and make it a big deal. That's usually how this works. You get the celebrities in by either paying them or say, we're going to give you a big moment and you'll get to have it. And they get percentage of the sponsorship as well. There's a lot of deals that happen. And I just, that's clearly what was happening here. He wanted to have something. It's a long speech. I don't want to watch it all, but here's a part where he brings up Kim Porter.
And I just miss Kim, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I know we all go through grief and stuff like that. And it's like, you know, stay connected to God, and He'll bring you out. This is not. We don't control this. But I miss Kim so much, and I just want to say thank you to Kim.
He's thanking everybody, and I'm playing these specific parts because I really think, and looking back on it, this was a opportunity for him to try to get ahead of things as they were about to leak. Because again, this was June 2023, or sorry, 2020. This was 2022. It's a year ago. This was a year ago, right before the allegations came out from Cassie.
That played a part in my life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, y'all, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I was in a dark place for a few years, you know what I'm saying? And I have to give a special thank you, shout out, thank you, all that love. I got to give a special thank you to the people that was really like there for me. Bishop T.D. Jakes, my chief of staff, Christina Coram, KK.
These are, I think, also another word for these people would be his enablers.
Lorianne Gibson, keeping me free.
Keeping him free.
Yeah, and also Cassie for holding me down in the dark times. Love.
Cassie for holding me down in the dark times. Holding him down in the dark times. The audacity of this dude. So anyway, yeah, this is what happened. During that, he talks about it. He brings up Cassie. He proclaims that anything I do is through love. That's what I've evolved to be, and that's what I'm doing right now. I was in a dark place. I got to give a special thank you, Cassie, for holding me down. He raised one hand, making an L sign, held his gaze steady, silently for several seconds. Combs and Cassie had split 4 years earlier, but he had been openly pining for her since. He posted photos of her online and urged her to listen to Michael Jackson's "The Lady in My Life." He publicly congratulated her on her first pregnancy with her husband. His comments at the award show were part of a pattern of behavior, one that had been tormenting Ventura for years. When she learned of her ex's latest remark, Ventura was distressed. She was also resolute. Almost 18 months later, in November 2023, she sued Combs, claiming he held her through servitude throughout the relationship and arred her upon their final breakup. 2018, she invoked Combs' BET speech in her filing. For Miss Ventura, the dark times were those she spent trapped by Mr. Combs in a cycle of abuse, violence, and trafficking. She said Combs' brutal things were one of which was captured, and we saw, left her with bruises burst, as we saw, an extensive trauma. For Grammy-winning singer Tiffany Red, a friend of Ventura who worked closely with the singer during the height of the abuse, those words from the BET stage were a taunt. It's like harassment, she explains. You're still effing with her. Leave her alone. Leave her the F alone. He couldn't. And I think, this is my theory now, I think he knew it was coming. And I think he was trying to get out there to tie the bows. And that's apparently what was coming on, because she was in, trying to get her record label assigned, like more labels. She had a 10-album deal, but they only released one album by her. So Combs was allegedly trying to tie her separation agreement to let her go do more albums, also into a non-disparagement clause. So it's not like we were negotiating with just her label. We were negotiating with her abuser. Through her lawyer, Ventura declined to speak. Neither did Combs. But she checked into rehab. We know where things went, but that's where how gross things got. The article goes through and does start to now just recap a lot of what we already know. But they do go through and speak to a lot more people, and talk about just a lot of people saw this coming. I'm trying to find one specific part. So as we know, the raids, but yes, over the past 6 months, then Rolling Stone also did dozens of interviews with former friends, acquaintances, employees, bad boy artists, as well as industry insiders. Out of 300 plus people contacted for this investigation, more than 50 were willing to speak about their experiences. Several would only do so off the record, citing a fear of retribution. Some requested compensation in exchange for their stories. Rolling Stone does not pay. Good for them. They shouldn't. I'm having that same trouble in our Michael Jackson doc. We will not be paying for interviews. Many declined to participate, wanted to distance themselves from Combs, trying to leave that part of my life behind me, says one former employee. So even the person who's like, I don't want to talk, like, I don't want to be in that place anymore, mindset wise, which is kind of scary and terrifying to see. He can be private. He can be the same privately, but also associates who close enough discovered something darker behind the facade. A menacing figure who desperately wants to be accepted and admired, who used public declarations of devotion, splashy donations, and boasts that he is brother love to hide an undercurrent of alleged abuse and violence that was coming. Traces back to before his career even started. Combs wielded his growing power to bend people to his will, sources claim, sending staffers to win back girlfriend Jennifer Lopez, beating a label executive bloody after becoming romantically involved with ex-partner Kim Porter, and allegedly trying to get X from a woman on his payroll. As part of this investigation, Rolling Stone sent Combs a detailed list of questions about new and pending allegations. He did not address any of them. Mr. Combs cannot comment on settled litigation, will not comment on pending litigation, and cannot address every allegation picked up by the press from any source, no matter how unreliable. His lawyer told Rolling Stone, "We are aware that the proper authorities are conducting a thorough investigation and therefore have confidence any important issues will be addressed in the proper forum where the rules distinguish facts from fiction." And honestly, that's what it should be. That makes sense. That's what he should have done in the beginning and not put out the first denial like he did. But then they go through and start beginning and talking to some of the other stuff that we've already heard. Joy Dickerson-Neal, who's suing Combs for SA, said her decision to come forward isn't about money. It's about making sure the world sees that this man who rose to that level of an icon is actually sick and has left so many victims in his unpunished, disgusting behavior for years. And that's what I think is really true, important here. We see a lot of people playing victim. We see a lot of people coming forward, and we do a lot of this. In this instance, though, these are actual victims. There's actual abuse. We've seen it now on video, and this man was buying off and covering it up. So I think this is one where hopefully the whole world will unite, and it seems like it is, against this common enemy of Diddy, who was out there using his money and fame to actually buy off people and hide crimes. That's not good. There are actual victims here, as we're learning, and we'll see which ones and how extreme it gets. But I'm here for the victims as they step forward. For Ventura, Combs presented as a flashy, established 39-year-old label boss when he pulled her into a bathroom and forcibly kissed her on her 21st birthday, leaving her in tears. She says she was holding the keys to her nascent music career. He was holding the careers to her career while he pressured her to consume drugs and do activities that year. Combs quickly became deeply entrenched in every aspect of her life, paying for her apartment, having her medical records sent directly to him, and lashing out at perceived slights. The lawsuit says, when Ventura tried to move on and had a brief romantic relationship with musician Kid Cudi, is it Cudi? Cuttlefish. Combs allegedly did not like that. Combs later told Ventura he planned to blow up the rapper's car. The lawsuit claims in a statement, Cudi confirmed that his car exploded. "This is all true," he said. In her suit, Ventura says she learned to blindly submit to Combs to avoid vicious incidents, which we saw her do in that video. Eventually, her lawsuit claims that it started to extend into trafficking, with Combs ordering her to slather herself in oil and do things with other male workers, while Combs took care of himself and filmed it, which he dubbed freak-offs. She learned to disassociate during those encounters. The public got a disturbing window when that video was unearthed by CNN, which we saw there. Just crazy how he kept his towel on the whole time too. Is just sickening. This man is sick. Anyway, she's finally, after years, decided to tell my story on behalf of myself and the benefit of other women who face this all the time, she said in a statement. Look, this goes on and on. This article is a long piece, and we're going to go through more of it. But I wanted to give you a taste as more and more come forward to help paint this picture of Diddy. This is not a good look. Diddy, you're in trouble. This bad boy for life is being confirmed. Your whole persona is now exposed, and good, as it should be. And as more and more people are coming forward, we're going to show you them, and I'm glad to see it. I just wish more people had come forward earlier, because it's bad, man. This is bad. This guy needs jail. This guy's a criminal. And the fact that he's not going to suffer any just from that video alone is depressing. So as we see that now a federal grand jury may soon hear from all these accusers, it tells you they are taking this seriously. And Diddy has got to be sweating. We read the whole document. It's a doozy. It's a lot of the same stuff, but some new quotes you won't want to miss, and some serious accusations, but more importantly, a really good rundown of the whole history. Tupac, Biggie, all of it. If you want to watch it, become a member over on our Patreon. You'll get the full shows as well as so much more. And make sure, if you haven't already, become part of our notification squad. Hit the subscribe button, but then also hit the bell for all alerts. When you hit that bell, you get notified. Then smash the like, leave a comment, help engage, watch the videos. Make sure we get the word out there. Appreciate you guys so much. The Kim is live next. Let's join her over there, and it's Kim. We'll redirect there for the live viewers. Otherwise, click on these videos now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned. We'll be live again tomorrow, Tuesday and Thursday, here on Popcorn Planet.